Hi Joyce.
Hi,
What is your name?
my name is Joyce Connolly.
How old years you are?
I am 54 years old.
Where you from?
I'm from Edinburgh in Scotland, which is in the United Kingdom, UK.
And who tell you about Snehalaya?
So I first learnt about Snehalaya through Leeds Beckett University where I worked, and they would send volunteers to India and I would come as a team leader. So I came here for 5 or 6 years with student volunteers.
What do you think about Snehalaya and projects of Snehalaya?
Well, I think Snehalaya is an amazing organisation. I came here for 1 year initially to see how I could help, and now is 7 years because I completely love everything they do, everyone who's here, the staff, the children, the founder, Dr. Girish Kulkarni. Everyone has won my heart.
And which project do you like so much?
It's really difficult to choose any one project, but I live within the rehab centre, which is where the children live. So that is probably my favourite because I feel like part of the family.
So you are taking English class. What or why you like to take English class of children?
So the reason I wanted to do English class is, even though my accent is very strange, I am a native English speaker, and I really wanted to help the children to practice their English a little bit more. So one of the rules of our English classes, we only speak English. So if anyone speaks Marathi, I always remind them the rule that this is English class, we speak English. And I think it's making a real difference, because now the children's English is improving, and if they can improve their understanding of English and also their spoken English, then that will help them with all their other subjects as well.
When did we start English class and how many years?
So we first started English class in 2019, so we're on our 4th batch now, which is amazing and really enjoying.
And which batch you like?
So my favourite batch is this year's batch, but don't tell the previous 3 years batch. But my favourite batch is always the batch that we are working with at that time.
What do you think about our Snehalaya English Medium School?
So I first came to Snehalaya in 2010, which is when the same year the English medium school started. So I've seen a huge progression from a very small school in a building that is now a girls' hostel, observing classes under trees close by that hostel, to the opening of the new school that is today's school, and then just the improvements in all of the facilities. So the school is almost overtaking the rehab centre with all its new facilities, science labs, music room, art room, and it's just getting better year on year, and it makes me really happy because these kids deserve the best.
Who inspired you to take English class in school and with children?
So the children inspired me. So living here for 7 years, there are many children. I can see the improvement in their English because they want to speak with me, so they practice, which is great. But there are lots of other children who are not so confident and not comfortable speaking English, and I really wanted to help them. So one thing we do in class is make sure that every student speaks within that class. So we start each class by asking all the children how they feel today. And then every question we ask, we try to involve all of the children equally.
You are working with any campaign in Snehalaya?
So I work with lots of campaigns for Snehalaya. So in 2015, when I first moved here permanently, we had partnership with Malala Fund to premiere He Named Me Malala, the documentary of the Nobel Peace Prize winner. And since then, every year we have continued to celebrate Malala Day. So we've recruited Malala peer mentors. So Tejal, who is interviewing me, is now one of our Malala peer mentors, and we empower them to organise activities and events. They do all the planning, all the management of these events, which are always really successful and always have a theme of equality. So male and female have different strengths, but if you combine those strengths, we're all the more powerful for it.
What do you think about which facility you must like in Snehalaya for children?
Well, I think every time a new facility opens, it's very impressive and very exciting. But I think my favourite, well, we use Alliance Hall a lot for dance practices, for workshops, for activities. It's nice that the children have a space. It has a screen with internet access. So that's my favourite because the kids enjoy it so much, and it's like their window to the world and a creative space for them. But one of my other favourite is family-based care office, where we have counsellors and case managers. So if the kids have any problems, they always know that they can come to this office and speak to someone and be heard fairly.
Have you bonded with children in Snehalaya?
I've definitely bonded with the children in Snehalaya. It's beautiful because many of them I've known since they were very, very small, so they were babies, and actually it's funny sometimes when you see them growing, developing into adults, and so we see them through their cute toddler age, and then we see them through their troublesome teenager age, and then after they leave, they return, and then we see them as fully fledged adults, and it's awesome to see how well they're doing. They're all super smart, super aware of the world around them and the social issues, and they just turn into mature adults with a real social conscience, and are very caring and very hilarious and entertaining. So I bonded with all of them. I love them all.
Which is your best memory of taking English class and with Snehalaya?
I think my best memories of English class are when you see the students really begin to understand something. And I really enjoy the challenge of delivering a class that's engaging and entertaining. There's no single rewarding moment, but when I hear the kids speaking good English or writing grammatically correct English, that's the best thing.
And with Snehalaya?
With Snehalaya? My
What is
best memory? Actually, I know what my best memory is. It's on New Year programme. The children all do dance performances and we have fireworks, etc. And one year some of the students asked me to join them in a dance. And it was very difficult, very complicated. Indian dance does not come naturally. I was very bullied by the choreographer, but it was just really nice to spend that time practicing with them, and I was very nervous for my performance, but I really enjoyed doing it.
And which festival all children are so much happy?
So 15 August is the biggest day because that's children's birthday, but my favourite, and which lasts a little bit longer, is Ganpati Festival. So we have 10 days of celebration.
And you celebrate one day, very nice.
So Indian festivals is Ganpati and Independence Day. But we have introduced Christmas. Christmas has become supersized now, so we have Father Christmas come to visit. I help Father Christmas as an elf, and we have some generous donors. That means the children get to write their letters to Santa to say what gifts they would like. If they've been nice, if they've been naughty, that's something different. And we're able to fulfill most of their wishes. Their needs are their wants are very simple. Usually it's just some sound or some games, but we all really enjoy it. It's become a really big event, and I know all the children really look forward to Christmas Day.
what do you think about if Snehalaya is not organized like this, and if no Snehalaya organization, how can children survive, or how can what we say, community develop?
So I think Snehalaya plays a really important role. The children who live here are from very marginalised communities, and without Snehalaya they would be living in really poor economic conditions. Not all of them would complete school, so it's really important that Snehalaya is here to give them safe shelter and also make sure they have a quality education, which is what Snehalaya English Medium School provides.
What do you think about Snehalaya's caring touch?
So we call Snehalaya home of love, and it definitely is. If you've visited, you'll know there's a real feeling of caring and love. Everyone's really affectionate to each other. I know I feel very loved by being here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.